Thank you so much for coming out here. Thank you for coming to support the boys. Remember, on Thursday, the big day, we'll have same guys coming out there to shake hands with the finalists at the surrounding museum on Thursday. So tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a neighbor. Let's come out there to party. And also, to enjoy and watch this beautiful game.
We stay right here at Nyayo National Stadium as the Ask Cup semifinals roll on. And this one promises fireworks. It was anything like the first semifinal game, which saw Dementor take down Sud Eagles 71-66 in overtime. So the winner of this next game will face Dementors in the finals on the 18th of December at Kasarani International Stadium. Kodok Warriors go head-to-head with Nakuru Hawks. Two teams that don't do subtle and don't back down. It's youth, it's hunger, it's belief on full display, powered by the Ask Foundation's commitment to growing the game and opening doors for young people and women through sport. As usual, it's the golden voice in African basketball. I'm Salale Shani, and I'll be with you for this final game of the night. One more spot in the final is on the line, and both sides know exactly what's at stake. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Semifinal number 2 tips off in a few. Let's take a look at the statistics here. The head-to-head, very evenly matched teams. And at this stage, it really just comes down to desire. Who wants it more? Who's more hungry? Who's executing? Who's listening to what the coaches are telling them to do and how they're telling them to adjust mid-game? Extremely, extremely important. Nakuru Hawks, they went undefeated in the group stage. They beat the Longhorns 82-51 at the quarterfinals as the Kodok Warriors blew Anyanya 1 out of the water in the finals 100-68 and also went undefeated in the group stage. So I do believe we're going to be in for a treat this evening as we take a look at the head coach for Kodok Warriors. Kodok Warriors in their quarterfinal game had 5 players in double digits. So this is a very much a high-scoring team. But sometimes it's hard to have back-to-back productive nights in basketball as we take a look at the officials handling this game. Mercy Wangeshi, Donald CJ, and Precious Sifuna will be calling the game and making sure that it is fair and clean They've done a good job so far, and it's been a wonderful weekend and start to the week of basketball here as we get into the second semifinal game of the AS Cup 2025. It's the second edition of the Cup with 20 teams in town with a strong focus on the South Sudanese nationals based here in Kenya. The Cup is sponsored by the Ask Foundation, which is run by the South Sudanese president's daughter, Adut Salva Kiir, and it is focused around youth development and women empowerment. Speaking of women empowerment, the women's semifinals took place earlier on today, and we saw a very exciting game between two strong teams. Starlets, however, took down Junibin Queens at the buzzer, finishing that game 59-58. And the Juba Tigress beat Shooting Stars more comfortably, 76-53. So it'll be the Starlets versus the Tigress in the final game for the ladies. And then in 40 minutes, or maybe 50 if it goes to overtime, we will find out who will face Dementors in the men's final game. Kodok Warriors are the team in the red jerseys, as Nakuru Hawks will be the team in the gray. As we take a look at the starting five for Kodok Warriors, it's going to be number 7, James Ashe, number 5, Moses Alier, number 11, Agule Malek, Dismas Baka, number 14, and David Etiang. This game is underway. David Etiang Euro steps his way to the cup. And it gets Kodok Warriors up onto the scoreboard first. Bramwell Machina launches a three-point shot. Another attempt for the Nakuru Hawks. Bramwell Machina, usually the tallest player on the floor most games on any given day, and not the case when you have about 90% South Sudanese nationals playing in this tournament. And it's great to have them focus on South Sudanese players, growing the game here in Kenya. Extremely, extremely talented. Sometimes I just think they're born to be talented basketball players. Another opportunity to score for Nakuru Hawks. Wambua feeds Mushina. Mushina spins! Gets his own rebound and puts it back up. And it's good to see him in top form. He had a bad injury late in the KNBL postseason, but he seems to be doing okay now as we have a kickball from Wambua. Etiang swings it to Baka. Malek trying to split the defense. And there's some contact on that. So it's going to be a team foul on the Nakuru Hawks. Baka Fakes the shot, tries to get a Malek. Malek didn't seem to be expected coming. Baka repositions. Misses the corner three. Here he is on the fast break. Yes! That's going to be number 13, Alier Mapiu. Nakuru Hawks with a narrow lead. Baka to Etiang. Etiang to Malek. Malek gets the baseline J to drop. Wambua tries to go right at Malek. Not sure what he thought would happen there. But Malek picks up a block. One of the tallest players on the floor. Dismas Mbaka drops a pass to Alier for the finish. These two have that chemistry because they have played together for a long time at the Street Ball League and also at the Twende Sports Nairobi City Thunder level. So lots of team chemistry between them as Mushina swings the ball for the open three-point look. Not going to get there. Mushina crashing, gets it to Wambua. Wambua finishes. And then Alier steps on the sideline. And it's going to be Nakuru ball. Mushina, he's a tough player. Gets the space, launches, doesn't get it to go. Did you see the air time on Deng Kwal? My goodness. Etiang wide open for the three ball. Doesn't get it to fall. Almost 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's game tied at 6. Wambua kicks it to Mushina. Mushina, he's got that range. Couldn't get that shot though. That's good hustle from the Hawks. There's going to be a foul called on Mbaka, one of Kenya's better two-way players. This time got a little bit too handsy. It's going to be his first. Spin move, off the glass, no go. Ashe fakes the pass, goes for the mid-range shot. He's a high percentage shooter from that spot right there. Wambua trying to shake off Alier. Ashe now. Goes straight to the cup. Great defense, clean defense. And then now it's just getting a little bit sloppy as we have another turnover on the floor. Alier fires. Misses. Baka tracks it down. Kicks it out to Ashe. Ashe, shooter's touch is there. Kodok Warriors now up to 8 points. Wambua, look at the footwork. So that's how you play against players head and shoulders taller than you. Now we see it. Now we see it, Simon. And you got a jump ball. Wambua's one tough cookie. Definitely not one to back down. Alier. Ooh. showing off the range. Moses Alier hits from deep. Response at the other end of the floor, no go. Ball goes deflected out of bounds. So it's going to stay on this end of the floor with the Hawks. We have the push from Ashe. It's going to be his first personal foul. Bramwell Mushina kicks it out for the 3-ball, no. Alier gets to the elbow. He's not able to connect. Wambua, he's got red jerseys all over him. Trying not to lose it, manages to kick it out. Mushina gets it into the hands of Qual. Back to Wambua. And now they settle into their offense a little bit. There's not too much time on the clock. Up and under move. Looks good. It's just off target. Baka sends someone to the ground, scampering. And then it's going to be an offensive foul called. He hooked him. Hook 'em horns. That could be a dance move. Let's play some music. No? Okay. An offensive foul. So Hawks ball. They're down 3. It's been a slow start for both sides. 3 minutes and about 36 seconds left on the clock. Travel violation. And a lot of stoppages in this game. Both teams with 3 turnovers to their name. Alier loses it. Pocket picked. Qual trying to pass it down the court. And that's a good recovery defense from Etienne. Kick out to Malek. Malek loads and then isn't able to finish it. Deng Qual trying to set something up, get a set offense going. Mushina wants it in the block. Fade away. Very Kevin Durant-esque. Bramwell Mushina now with 4 points. Baka swings the ball to Alier. Alier back to Baka. Baka buries the 3-point shot. And it gets Kodok Warriors some space to breathe. 14 points. Nakuru Hawks 10. Looks like we got a timeout on the floor. 2 minutes and 21 seconds on the game clock as both sides try to figure out what adjustments need to be made as we enter the final minutes of this first quarter. Kodok Warriors force the turnover. And they're looks like they're trying to look to their defense to trigger their offense and get some energy going. Alier from deep gets his own rebound. Decides to go for plan B, drive, kicks it out. Etienne can't hit. It's tracked down by Mapiu and Qual to bring the ball up for Nakuru Hawks. Bramil Mushina, no. Ashe, nice soft touch. It's what we know him for. And then Kual on the other end of the floor, unlucky. Alier to Malek. Malek with the hang time. And the Selly. He has an opportunity to make this a three-point play. Let's take another look at that replay. Great job from Alier to keep the ball in his hands. And then finds a cutting Malek. Another 3 points for Malek, who has 5 for the game so far. Now a 9-point lead for Kodok Warriors as Nakuru Hawks have been unable to get into their offensive rhythm. Foul called on Alier. Mushina to Wambua. Wambua cross, splits the defense, shakes off 3 defenders. And then David Etienne doing a good job of clearing the ball. Alier kicks it out. Ashe throws it right into the hands of Wambua. He's going right at them and manages to draw the foul. As we've got some action happening on the floor. It's a good job from the referees to get involved quickly and make sure they separate the players. Very normal for there to be tension and intensity in a semi-final game. This will be no exception. And now it's good to see that they're talking it out. As we take a look at that replay, Wambua goes tumbling to the ground. And I think Mushina was just trying to get some players off his teammate. So we got some deliberations on the court and some stoppage as Kodok maintain 9-point lead, 19 to Nakuru Hawks 10. 51 seconds to go in this first quarter. So it looks like Simon Wambua will shoot 2. It's an unsportsmanlike foul was assessed. Oh no, look, it looks like it was a regular foul. Just a physical interaction as players are caught up in the intensity of the game with an exchange of words. Bua connects on both free throws. He has 6 points for the game so far, leading his team in scoring. Etienne, kick out to Alier. Alier trying to get to the corner. Malek almost losing his handle on it. And now they've got to keep an eye on the shot clock here. Marol rather, hits the midi. And then the steal, but the block from Mushina. Swats it at the summit. And Kodok Warriors still manage to maintain the possession. Alier just walks away with a little hurt ego. That's what basketball, that's what happens. Marol misses. Final 10 seconds of the first quarter. Another steal for Alier. This time a shovel pass for the finish. David Etienne and Kodok Warriors are clinical at the bottom of this first quarter. And they walk away to the timeout with 23 points to Nakuru Hawks 12 points. Top of the second quarter. Qual drives, kicks it out. Alier showing off his bag. $1 million move, 1 cent finish. Wambua, extra pass, and the finish, no. Nakuru Hawks unlucky, and then Qual is called for the personal foul. He tries to strip the ball off of Alier. Alier kicks it out for a shot way off. Qual now goes right at the defense, and Malek makes him pay. A lot of contact on that though, and Malek, 2 blocks already for the game. Then the trees go tumbling down. As you see, Qual slow to get up. Medical team will attend to him. As you see, Bramil Mushina in the top corner having a conversation with his teammates. It's been a slow scoring night for the Nakuru Hawks. Despite having a stacked team roster, they've just not been able to execute their plays the way they want them to. So Qual will go out of bounds to get checked, and we'll get back to you with any updates we get on his injury condition. Wambua kicks it out. We got a 3 ball on the way. No. Nakuru Hawks struggling from deep. They have not made a single 3-point shot so far. Malek, pocket picked. Here comes Simon Wambua. Etienne slows things down a bit on the air, thinks about the shot. Swings it now to the other side. We got a deep 3 from Kel Deng. Two minutes gone in the second quarter. And Nakuru Hawks, their shooting woes continue, as they have been not able to make a bucket from 3-point land. Ashe to Malek. Malek is rejected. And now here come Nakuru Hawks with numbers. Simon Wambua tries to go all the way with it and manages to draw the foul. Wambua misses his first free throw of the night. He's been shooting well so far. Nails the second. And Nakuru are now up to 13 points. 10-point lead for Kodok Warriors. Baka draws the defense, gets to Ashe. Ashe gets to his sweet spot this time. He's not able to hit. And that's a good job from Ashe, getting his hands at the passing lane. Deflected that out of bounds. If it had gone to its target, it would have been a wide open finish. As we have a substitution for Kodok Warriors. Checking into the game is Makuch Deng. Dismas Baka bring the ball up. Swings it to the wing. Etiang at the baseline, goes for the shot. Airballs it. Wambua manages to get to the cup, but his finishing power is just not there. Not sure it was the right decision to go coast to coast, as you see him apologizing to the bench, but he is leading his team in scoring at 7 points. The next top scorer is Bramble Mushina at 4. So once again, a very low scoring game for Nakuru Hawks. Doesn't necessarily mean that stops them from trying, but they have to go for those high percentage points, just like Bramwell Mushina has done. He has 6 points for the game and 6 rebounds so far. Etiang kicks it out to Baka. Baka feeds the post. And they're gonna call a push. Personal foul on Hawks Juwak. Got a substitution as number 11 Deng Kwal checks back into the game. If you remember, he had a tumble earlier on, got tangled up with Moses Alir. Seems to have gotten the treatment that he needed to keep going, and keep going he will. Ambua to Kwal. Kwal, slippery fingers. Mushina now trying to cross the defense. He's got to pass it. Got a timeout on the floor. Scores are now Kodok Warriors 23, Nakuru 15. 5 minutes 48 seconds left on the clock. Bramwell Mushina through the contact. That's going to cost Kodok Warriors 1 free throw. And Mushina an opportunity to make this a 3-point play as they try to fight their way back into this game. 5-point lead, Kodok Warriors. They have to recognize that the shots are not falling from beyond the arc. So why not go for the high percentage shots as Qual chases down the rebound and then misses the baseline shot. Baka, patient with it. Gives it to Etiang. Etiang slicing and pass deflected. Here come the Nakuru Hawks. Ball to Wambua. Hawks offense runs through him. He's going to set something up. That's ill-advised three. His feet weren't set. Shot looked rushed. And Hawks will have to do a better job on that front as Kel showing him how it's done. Locked, loaded. Had a great look at the rim. His feet were set very well, shoulders squared, and he knocks down that three. Bring it back to a 9-point game. Ball to Wambua. Wambua drives, kicks it out to the corner. Three, no. Isn't going to get there. Baka swings. Gets it back to Keldang. Keldang. Shot looked good. It's a bit short. And the fast break on the other end of the floor to find Ezekiel Jock. And again, that seems to be what is working for Nakuru Hawks, pushing the ball on transition and focusing on points in the paint as opposed to rushed 3-point shots. As we see number 13, Makuch Deng, managing to rattle in a shot. 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go in this first half. Kodok Warriors trying to take advantage of the turnover. Baka gets it to Makuch. Ashe, he's got two on him. And ball goes out of bounds as Qual and Ashe exchanging words. Qual saying Ashe talks too much. He's been talking too much. Nothing has changed. Just got to adjust to it. And he's got the game to back it up. Deflection. Wambua now going up against two, tries to slow it down, and what kind of pass was that? Kodok Warriors looking to execute. And Makuch Dang rushes the shot, misses everything as Bramwell Mushina secures the boards. Wambua almost losing it. We've got a timeout on the floor. Nakuru Hawks just look like they're rushing everything. They're rushing their shots. They're rushing their transition a little bit too much, and adjustments have to be made. Coach Goem, over to you, sir. Mushina, long pass. Ball goes out of bounds. And you have streaks of brilliance from Nakuru Hawks, and then they do something like that where they just rush things. And another turnover for them as they now have 11 turnovers. Dang kicks it out to Mbaka. Makuch out to Ashe. Ashe hits the mid-range shot, and Kodok Warriors are now up to 30. Qual on the drive. A lot of contact on that. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end of the floor as Nakuru Hawks try to even out the score before we head into halftime here. The steal from Ashe. David Etienne goes mano a mano. Qual couldn't get there on time. Strong take from Etienne, and the finish. It's back to 10 points. So anytime Nakuru Hawks try to go on a run, Kodok Warriors snuff out their efforts with great defense. And then trying to make great offensive plays on the other end, passing the ball. Patience in their execution. Baka swings the ball to Etienne. Etienne to Allier. Allier splits the defense, back to Etienne. And then Qual gets the steal. Another long pass as Ezekiel gets it to Mushina. Left-handed finish for him. And it's plain to see why Bramwell Mushina, one of the better post players in KNBL right now. You take another look at that replay. Talked about it earlier. Nakuru Hawks need to fight to get their points in the paint, draw the defense, and then kick it out. As Bramwell Mushina heads to the free throw line. Not able to make it a three-point play. Etienne, kick it to Allier. Allier almost throwing it out of bounds. Dismas Baka back out to Etienne. The corner three is no good. And the three-point attempt, unsurprisingly, missed. Etienne with the late and final field goal attempt to take us into the halftime. Kodok Warriors maintaining their lead, 34 to Nakuru's 24 points. Kodok Warriors have found what is working for them, and they are capitalizing on it as we take a look at some of the game stats right here. Again, all statistics pointing to the fact that Nakuru Hawks cannot make a bucket from beyond the arc, and that's a strategy that they have to change up coming into this second half. Rebounds pretty evenly set up, no surprise there, as the two-point percentage is slightly higher for Kodok Warriors. They're taking advantage of the fact that they are making their shots. They're not doing too bad from beyond the arc either. Nakuru Hawks, the proof is in the pudding. Look at your statistics and make the necessary adjustments coming into this second half. We've got plenty of game left, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a very short break, and then we'll be right back with more action.
Also want to let you know that the MC of the day is FC Loyer. So if I tell you what MC is, I think really that you will be staying on the other side. With the best again. So today is going to do that for today.
If you're just joining us, it's the top of the second half of the second semifinal game of this evening between Kodok Warriors and Nakuru Hawks. Kodok Warriors with a 10-point lead and have taken full control of this game from the opening whistle. Ashe sitting on 8 points and 7 rebounds. He's getting good support from Etiang at 8 points, but it's the 14 assists, passing the ball, making the extra pass, finding the open man, which has really helped them in this game as we, speaking to that exact point, and the finish from number 12, Aguirre. Nakuru Hawks have struggled with their shooting percentages despite a great performance from Bramwell Mushina, 10 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks for him, but he needs support. His next line of offense is Simon Wambua, who has 7 points as Qual misses the 3-point shot. And despite shooting 1 for 14 from beyond the arc, Nakuru continues to insist to shoot. There's still plenty of game left, and this lead not too far, or rather not too much, for Kodok Warriors, but still they are slowly extending it. Now 14-point lead to those 2 quick field goals at the top of this third quarter. We have a substitution on the floor as number 10, Awer Juak, checks in for Nakuru Hawks. Shea secures the offensive board. Alier called for the walk, shuffled his feet before he took that shot. Wambua at the wing. Gets it back, fires, buries the 3-point shot. And now he has 10 points to his name. But it's the ball movement and execution of Kodok Warriors that's really allowing them to have an edge against Nakuru Hawks. The shot fake and the kick out for the shot. Ezekiel Jock makes the extra pass as Qual works his way to the cup. And those are the adjustments that Nakuru Hawks need to make. As Qual tries to draw the offensive foul, refs aren't biting. Wambua will slow things down a little bit. That pass, dangerous. Etienne saw it coming. Not able to finish up the reverse lay-in. Kicks it out to Mbaka. Mbaka to Ashe. Ashe back up to Etienne. Splash! Etienne red hot in this game. He has 11 points and leading Kodok Warriors in scoring. Bramwell Mushina, reliable as the sunrise. He's doing what works for him and making sure he is productive inside the paint. Ashe loses the handle on it. Qual on the fast break. And that's a great defensive effort from Qual, and then the finish on the other end of the floor. It's a 10-point game. Nakuru Hawks, have they found the things that are working for them? Kodok Warriors certainly maintaining the things that are working for them. Aguirre, 2 field goals for him so far in this third quarter. Sheena in, back out for the shot. And got a holding foul call on Aguirre who is in disbelief. Steal from Aguirre, looking for revenge. Then the left-handed layup draws the foul. He's feeling good about himself. As we take another look at that replay, the steal, and then the hustle down the floor to get the ball back, and manages to score it despite the chase down from Qual. You've got to love the intensity and the hunger on display from these boys right here. Jock nails it. Ezekiel Jock seems to have found his stroke. 2 for 7 from beyond the arc. Let's see if he's able to maintain it. Alier, why would you leave him open? He makes those shots in his sleep. Qual to Wambua. Wambua kicks out to Mushina. Mushina distributing the ball, and Qual almost losing it. He's got Mbaka on him. Dangerous pass stolen away by Dismas Mbaka. And Nakuru Hawks now up to 15 turnovers as Ashe hits the baseline J, forces Nakuru Hawks to take a timeout. They need to think about their lives and what they want from this game. 14-point lead for Kodok Warriors. 5:31 left on the clock. Ezekiel Jock, baseline drive and the kick out to Qual. Extra pass to Wambua. Shot clock starting to wind down. They've got to put something up. Qual does, and he's off the mark as Ache secures the defensive board. Alier fires off target. Etienne crashes. Kodok Warriors have the chance to score. And you get the sense that Kodok Warriors are in the driver's seat in this game now. They're controlling the pace. They're making the extra passes and looking very comfortable as Bramwell Mushina continues to fight for this team in the gray jerseys. He now has 14 points. Ten rebounds to his name. There's not much else you can ask from him as Qual pushes the ball on transition. And Mushina, the one-handed flush. Continue to fight to cut down this lead. Back to 10 points. Alier drives down the center and it's kick out to Etienne. Squall, the defensive board. The long pass to Machina. Machina keeps it alive and then misses at the cup. Time is flying by as Moses Alier brings it back to a 12-point lead. Then the steal from David Etienne with 3 minutes and about 30 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Wambua, he could go all the way. Yes, he does. Simon says, play defense. Ashe, quick release. Mushina wants it in the block. This time, the trees were able to block his view, wasn't able to get the finish, and James Marol on the other end, back-to-back field goal for him, hits them with the two small, and he's now up to 14 points. That's a good find into the block. The kick out to Qual. Confirmation that's not Qual, that's Jock, who has caught fire from deep. In this quarter, he's 3 for 7 now. And he could be the key to unlocking this Nakuru Hawks offense. Alier almost loses it. The kick out to Ashe. Ashe, this time not able to hit. Aguirre, that was a big offensive board from him. And then a little stoppage time for both sides to catch their breath. Indeed, Bramil Mushina does need a breather. 17 points for him, shooting 57% from the field. He's got a double-double to his name. And really, you can't ask much more from him than what he's delivering and what he's giving to this team. As Simon Wambua got the drive. And the miss. Another lifeline for Nakuru Hawks. A hard line drive pass into the post as the offensive foul has been assessed on Nelson Qual. Good sticky hands from Qual. He's been making sure he's been giving Kodok Warriors a tough time as Moses Alier picks up another personal foul. And he has to get a substitution. He has 4 personal fouls to his name, so he will get subbed out as David Etienne checks into the game. Wambua, up and under move is good. Simon Wambua, he just won't quit. As Kodok Warriors, Malek buries the baseline jumper. And like I said, just when Nakuru Hawks start to see daylight, Kodok Warriors snuff out their efforts as Wambua, dangerous pass to try and find Ezekiel Jock on the cut. Just about 30 seconds left in the third quarter. It's been a fast-paced game. Oh my goodness, Alier Mapiu. Getting the gym a little bit excited. 5 points for him. Now under 10 seconds to go. Momentum shifted slightly in Nakuru Hawks' favor as the referees try to handle the situation on the floor. Aguirre has to be careful. Eight-point game now. Nakuru Hawks managed to cut down the lead bit by bit, piece by piece from 14 points. 5 seconds on the game clock, ball thrown right into the hands of Dismas Baka. He knew it was coming. It's Young! The final finger roll finish is the statement play to say that Kodok Warriors are not going anywhere. It's a 10-point game heading into the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Kodok Warriors 60, Nakuru Hawks 50 points. Back to the action of this final quarter of the game. Jock. He's had a hot hand from beyond the arc, despite missing that shot. Wall now kicks it to Mapiu. Wambua at the corner. Wambua is fouled. K. Deng can't believe it, but Wambua will head to the charity stripe. It's gonna cost Kodok Warriors 3 attempts. Wambua has been 75% from the free throw line. He's not the man that you want to send to the free throws. And he could make this a 7-point game. For the Nakuru Hawks, and put them in a position for the Hawks to at least see the taillights of the Kodok Warriors. He misses, gets his own rebound, tries to put it back up. Rebound is tracked down by Nakuru Hawks, Wambua with another opportunity to shoot. He misses. Malek not able to secure the boards. Dismas Baka right there in the passing lane. His timing is impeccable. And it's a scramble for possession. Oh, the swat from Bramwell Mushina. And then Jock on the other end with the finger roll finish. Oh, no entry. Access denied. Bramwell Mushina. That just might be the play of the game. Shea. He doesn't crack under the pressure. Scores are now 62 Kodok Warriors, 54 Nakuru Hawks. Jock on the drive, kicks it to Mushina. Mushina couldn't squeeze it in. And then the turnover from the Kodok Warriors. Kodok Warriors coach Akom tempted to call a timeout, decides to let the boys play as the referee has a conversation with Ashe and Kwal. These two have been going at it the entire game. Had to invoke the officials to introduce some diplomacy here. So we take a look at that replay. Oh my lord. That's rim security at its finest. Bramwell Mushina. Put some respect on his name. Wambua, reverse lane, won't get there. Tough rebound from Alier Mapiu. And then Mushina managing to draw the foul. So he'll shoot two, and if he makes these free throws, Nakuru Hawks are just 6 points away from the Warriors. The Ask Cup 2025 living up to the hype. But I always find semifinals matchups extremely exciting. Sometimes even more exciting than the finals. It's a 6-point game now. Semifinals that happened before this one went into overtime. Could that be the same situation here? We got 7 minutes and about 30 seconds of some change to find out. As Jock on the fast break. Jock, finger roll finish is good. And Nakuru Hawks are on a run here, starting to apply the pressure against Kodok Warriors. Ashe kicks it out to Etiang. Baka. He's shoved to the floor by Simon Wambua. And that's going to be Wambua's first personal foul, so plenty of fouls to give as we have a timeout on the floor. What an incredible effort from Nakuru Hawks to bring this to a 4-point game on the efforts of several players. Bramwell Mushina now at 18 points and 10 rebounds, 16 points from Wambua. And then the latecomer still delivering, Ezekiel Jock, 15 points from him, shooting 3 out of 8 from beyond the arc. Malek, turnaround J. Isn't going to get there as Qual goes down hard. He's back on his feet. Ball thrown right into the hands of Ashe. And it's Makuch Deng called for the foul, as Ashe sets up to shoot a couple of free throws. James Morral Ashe, another one of those players you do not want to send to the free throw line. Misses the second. Mushina. The reach in foul. Ashe getting a clarification here. 21 points for him. No, 17 points for him. Mushina steps into the mid-range shot, hits. Three-point game. Nakuru Hawks are the closest they've been to Kodok Warriors since the first quarter. 5 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. The block from none other than Qual, who has been such a force on the defensive end for Nakuru Hawks. He's been getting into their heads. He's been doing the intangibles as Simon Wambua. Another turnover for him. Good recovery defense once again from Qual. And what an effort, what an incredible effort from Dan Qual, who once again doing the intangibles. He's hustling. The things you might not see on the stat sheet, but are still making a difference in the long run in the game. Jock to Mushina. Mushina. He's stripped. Makuch trying to chase it down. Here comes Malek. The bounce pass. Then the foul. That man right there. Qual. That's going to be his second personal foul. So he is in a good place to apply pressure. And he's one of those players who, once the game clock is running, he doesn't talk to any of his opponents. Doesn't mean he doesn't have lots of friends on the other end, though, as Dismas Bakaf misses his first free throw, much to the delight of the Nakuru Hawks fans. Baka has had a quiet night, missing both free throws. He's just had 3 points and 8 rebounds, but he's also had 3 steals and 6 assists. So not necessarily contributing on the scoring end of things, but doing just about everything else. Etiang. This is the 3-point shot. Nakuru Hawks with momentum on their side now. 3 points down and 5:23 on the clock. So 1 possession game. Qual fires. That's way off. And Etiang is trying to get a little bit flashy. And Nakuru were right there with him. So we got a steal. Mushina. He wanted the call. Qual crashing the board so well. And then Malek. He swats it. But he's called for the foul. And that will send Hawks to the free throw line. And you've got to take another look at that replay, because from this angle, it looked clean. As we see Qual with the shovel pass, and then the attempt from Jock Malek seemed to have just gotten a piece of his hand. So Ezekiel Jock will shoot a couple of free throws. He could make it a one-point game here. Rushes the first free throw, misses it. And composure is paramount at this juncture. Jock, second attempt was flat. Big rebound from Alier Mapiu. Wambua asks for the ISO and tries to shoot. Mushina trying to keep it alive. Etiang secures the board. Keeps it alive for Kodok Warriors. Dismas Baka, typically quite dangerous from that point right there. Simon Wambua tries to go all the way with it. Too strong on the glass. Ashe. Now the Kodok Warriors have another chance to score. They've cooled down in this fourth quarter, not been able to convert their possessions with the frequency that they were able to in the past. Jock bring the ball up with just over 4 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. It's been a stalemate at a 3-point differential. Bramwell Mushina steps, creates the distance, and hits. The 2-ball is good. And Nakuru Hawks are now 1 point away from Kodok Warriors. They've held the Warriors to 63 and are being effective on the offensive end, and that's what basketball is all about, making stops and getting runs. Bramwell Mushina, those passes are so dangerous. The hook shot isn't going to get there. He's fighting for it. Qual gets it. Qual not able to hit. Basket didn't want it, but they have another opportunity to try and convert this possession, as a timeout has been called on the floor by Kodok Warriors. What a game this has turned out to be. Started out very quietly, and I'm sure many fans believe that Nakuru Hawks had lost this game. Yet here we are, 1 point differential with just over 3 minutes to go, as the Nakuru Hawks are proving over and over again that they are fighters and they have every right to be here in this semifinal game. Wambua struggled with his efficiency in this game. 6 turnovers for him. And these final minutes of a game is where you really need to value the ball. As Kodok Warriors dismiss Baka will shoot free throws. Baka gets both free throws to fall. Redemption after missing both free throws the last time he was on the line. And because it was an unsportsmanlike foul, the possession will stay with the Kodok Warriors.
65-62, 3:07 to go.
Baka to Ashe. Ashe kicks it out to Alier. Gets it back to Baka for the three-point shot. That's cold. Wall, huge rebound for him, and then the putback. Keeping Nakuru within reach. It's 4 points with 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the game clock. Malek to Alier. Alier to Baka. Baka might have flipped the switch. Tries to chase down his own rebound. Qual now pushing the ball. Wambua to Jock. Jock throws it right into the hands of Moses Alier. Now Ashe kicks it out to Baka, to Malek. Malek on the drive, Malek! Not able to get the basket, but does earn himself a trip to the free throw line. Holding foul on Nakuru Hawks. They pick up their 4th team foul. Malek not able to hit. He has 7 points for the game. Misses the second free throw as well. And I'm telling you, these are the points that will haunt you when you're alone in your bed at night going over the game. All basketball players have done it, wondering what you could have done better, what you could have changed. It's the free throws that haunt you. We've got a holding foul here as teams are now in the bonus. Mushina is going to shoot 2 free throws, and I don't want to jinx him, but he generally is a great free throw shooter. Looks like I just did. So he'll miss the first one. And he gets the second one to drop in his favor. Alier. The defense rotation was late and Alier made him pay. Mapiu, kick out to Qual. Qual tries to get it back to Mapiu. And they met the long arms of the law in Malek, who is just so tall and has such an incredible wingspan that he changes shots. We got a timeout on the floor. Nakuru Hawks have cooled off, and it is now 1 minute 16 on the game clock. Kodok Warriors up 72, Nakuru 65. We got a 7-point game.
The team attack or the team one into the traditional. Traditional, yeah? And it's right. One classic is the traditional vessel. Who can prove on the Sashuka? Proving that our was going to the Labia Strasbourg in other words. Let's make sure you put it on your upper, put your upper boots, and let's come out there celebrate. For it's going to be a party and enjoyment. So remember, culture is our pride, and basketball is our identity as South Sudanese. So that day, we're doing basketball and culture all together.
Qual. Turnover. Jock bails him out. Qual gets it back. Mushina drops it in. 5-point game. Here comes Baka. Baka gets his pockets picked. And a steal again on the other end of the floor. Intensity is building. We got a foul, so it's going to be Hawks ball with just under a minute to go in this game. Wambua manages to roll it in. Scores now 72-69, Kodok Warriors advantage. Nakuru upping the defense. They almost got a steal. They did. Qual rushes. Mushina gets the ball back, tries to go up. He's fouled. That's going to cost Kodok Warriors 2 free throws. Bramwell Mushina, the man with the plan, once again put in a position to make it a 1-point game. They say the real legends don't crack under pressure. Bramwell Mushina didn't have the legs for that free throw, but still has one more chance to keep this at a 1-possession game. Basket is good. Jock trying to apply some pressure on Etienne. Etienne does a good job bringing the ball up, and it's a foul. So Dismas Baka will go to the free throw line. And I'm not sure he's the man that you want to send to the free throw line. Again, game awareness is so important. Dismas Baka, generally a clutch free throw shooter, gets the first one to go. Hits the second as well. And we got another timeout on the floor called by Nakuru Hawks. 4-point game. Another crunch time situation in this semifinal game. Simon Wambua, the turnover bug continues to plague him. And these crucial moments, these critical seconds require such composure, especially from your point guard. They've managed to maintain the possession. It's going to be Kwal to inbound. Kwal to Wambua. Wambua with the finish. It's a 2-point game. "25 seconds on the game clock. Mushina with a deflection. And there's a clarification of who the possession goes to. It looks like Mushina might have had the last touch. It's going to be a deliberation. Unfortunately, we're not quite at the level of asking for a review. And what a call! The ball will go to Nakuru Hawks. Kwal to Wambua. Wambua has to be careful here. There is enough time. A travel violation, another turnover for Simon Wambua. And that just can't happen. He understands the magnitude of that mistake. It's going to be 8 turnovers for Wambua, and those 2 last critical possessions, he was heavily responsible for the turnovers. "17 seconds, it's a 2-point game. Again, the previous semifinal had to go into overtime. There was a late attempt from Yen Matei of Sud Eagles, and he managed to even out the score to 63 apiece against the D-Mentors, but D-Mentors hung on to win it. And the winner of this game between the Kodok Warriors and Nakuru Hawks will face the D-Mentors in the finals on Thursday. Simon Wambua. Not the right decision. And we talked about basketball plays that haunt. That one right there. Missed free throws and turnovers. Those 2 can really haunt you. Simon Wambua applying pressure. And forces Dismas Baka to the line. That was an excellent decision from Coach Akom to make sure that it's Baka who gets the ball, because he knows how great of a free throw shooter he is as he hits the first free throw and tries to give them a bit of breathing space as they head into the final 14 seconds of this game. Baka, ice in his veins. Jock brings it up, gets it to Kwal. Kwal goes all the way, goes for the 2 points. Alier gets a handle on the ball. Wambua has to foul again. 6 seconds on the clock now. 3 points. 2 points up, Kodok Warriors. This game is not over. So much can happen in 6 seconds if the last game was anything to go by. Alier successful with his first free throw attempt. Gets the second one. And now Wambua with barely any time left. Kwal has to shoot it. Kwal misses, and the Kodok Warriors are into the final game where they will face D-Mentors. What a game. The Kodok Warriors thought they had it. from the halftime where they closed out the game with a 10-point lead, but Nakuru Hawks fought to the final seconds, and at the end of the day, it was their turnovers and missed free throws that ultimately will be their Achilles heel. So what an incredible game we've seen this evening, this second semifinal game, as now the finals bracket is firmly set. Kodok Warriors will play against Dementors in the final game, and Nakuru Hawks will face Sud Eagles to determine who will finish third. Taking a look at some of these statistics between head-to-head statistics rather. Wamrel Mushina, an incredible game for him. He finished with 26 points, and all of those came from inside the arc. 12 rebounds for him. And Marol James Ashe also with a double-double at 17 points and 11 rebounds. So in this particular game, it's the front court that has it. And what a monster performance from these incredible players. But it is Marol James Ashe who will advance to the finals as we take a look at the general team statistics. 27 assists for Kodok Warriors, and we have to give credit where credit is due. They were sharing the ball, making sure that the off-ball movement was being executed properly. They were finding the open man. They were finding the best looks that they could get on the floor, and that's how they were able to get the 27 assists and ultimately the 78 points against this Nakuru Hawks team. Hawks fought hard, but they changed their strategy a bit too late coming into the second half. They were really insisting on shooting from beyond the arc, and that just wasn't working for them. And they should have made that change earlier on, and ultimately that was their downfall in this game. So that's been the end of this day of the ASK Cup 2025, the second edition of the tournament. And now we take a break tomorrow before the finals is played at Kasarani Indoor Arena on Thursday. As usual, it is such a joy to talk this game over with you. Enjoy the highlights and enjoy your evening. I'm Slaleshani, signing off for now.